Today is going to be a short form content video just to share some things about what's going on in Tony Sutherland Ministries, what's been happening, what's coming up, how you can get involved, and I'm also going to share a couple of grace thoughts with you as well. Can't get by without doing that. So let's jump into it. Hey guys, Tony Sutherland here. Welcome to my channel. Everything I do here is all about pointing lives to Jesus and all things grace. All right guys, so let's talk a little bit about what's going on in Tony Sutherland Ministries. First of all, I want to encourage you to go back and catch up to where we are right now. There's some great videos about just unveiling and unpacking this marvelous grace that God has given us through His Son in Jesus. Now, before we get started, I want to share a letter I received this last week. You know, we get letters from time to time. We get comments on our social media. We get comments on the YouTube comments down below. Just starting to get a few of those as we're building this channel. I want to remind you, please make comments on the videos. And if you're making comments, get other people in your circle to watch the video and make some comments. Listen, man, the only way this channel is gonna take root and get out there and be exposed to the general public on a more wide-scale basis is by you making comments, liking these videos, sharing them. And I wanted to share this letter that was sent to us last week. It had a check included. We so love your gifts of love and kindness. I want to share this letter with you. This letter says, Tony, hello, I just wanted to tell you how much your videos have been helping me. I also just bought your book, Grace Works, and can't wait to read it. I just wanted to say thank you for what you are doing, that it has been a blessing, especially after such a tough year. I feel like I'm getting my joy and love for Jesus back after being beat up by the law. Please keep making videos. I listen to them over and over to renew my mind. I wanted to give you this gift since what you are doing has blessed me, so I want to bless you and your family. Thanks again. God bless. Shantea. Listen, Shantea, thank you. And thank you so much to those of you who have been giving to our ministry financially and sharing your encouraging words. We get some negative things from time to time, but you know what? I'm open to that because, you know, again, we provoke one another. And these letters that I get from viewers like you provoke my heart to joy, provoke my heart to happiness. What's happening is what we're talking about today. And I just want to say thank you. It means so much as we share the gospel of grace and encourage you. It's good to know that the videos are helping you. You know, every once in a while, we just need a good report. You know, this viewer that wrote this letter expressed that she was glad to just be getting her love and joy back for Jesus. Isn't that a shame that so many Christians don't have joy? You know, many churches and many places that I've even attended and even in my growing up in church, I found that, you know, the ministry would bait people with grace and then we would beat them with the law. And then we would call that abundant life. Isn't that a shame? But Shantea and so many of you who are watching these videos, I'm so thankful that you are being encouraged, that you're getting your love and joy for Jesus back. And I hope that's the case, but you've got to help me. You've got to make comments below. You've got to share these videos. You've got to like these videos. You've got to encourage your friends. You've got to make them. You've got to grab them and say, subscribe to this channel and hit those bell notifications and like these videos and share these videos and make comments. One of the other ways that you can support our ministry is by your regular giving. We have one-time givers and we have regular monthly partners. And the reason I'm coming to you right now is because of the gifts and support of our partners. These lights, this camera, this computer that I'm using was purchased by one of our givers. All of my live stream things that I'm about to set up in the next few days so we can go live on Facebook, live on YouTube. We've been finding that our Facebook interaction is very powerful. We get a lot of viewers during those moments. And so we want to take it up to the next level. We want to take our live stream up high definition, but everything that you see right now, everything that I have in this YouTube ministry that I've started has come through monthly and regular partners and one-time givers giving significant gifts. We had people donate our cameras and donate our lights because they believe in what we are doing. And if you believe in what we are doing and you want to see this gospel of grace go farther, become a regular monthly partner with us. You can also go to our website and just click right up there at the top. It says give, and it'll open up a donation window. Real simple. You can become a monthly partner and then give a significant one-time gifts. We appreciate everything. I'm telling you, we've got givers that give $50 a month. Some give $100 a month. Some give almost close to $1,000 a month. But let me tell you something. I need time to do what I'm doing. I'm full-time right now. I'm a worship minister at my local church, Free Chapel in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm a worship director at one of our campuses. That's part of my income and my ongoing support for what Tony Sutherland Ministries is doing. And then the other part of my income comes from monthly partnerships and traveling abroad. So log on to our website, tonysutherland.com, and click that Give tab at the top, or either you can just go straight to tonysutherland.com/give. Your money goes to help support this ministry, and I want to thank you. Another way that you can support our ministry is by plugging into our resources. I'm not just teaching this stuff, but I'm also writing about it. And I've written several books that I believe will help you on your grace journey. Of course, my most powerful book is Grace Works. That's at the top of my list. It was the first book I ever wrote, and all my other books, I've tried my best to filter them through that book. And I'll be honest with you, I'm still learning and growing on this grace journey. I still follow and watch several other grace teachers. I'm not the only one. There's several of them out there, and I've even mentioned them in past videos. And so I want to let you know you can plug into our resources by going to tonysutherland.com/store, or you can just go straight to the website and click store. You can also go on Amazon. My books are on Amazon. I sell them there as well. Again, I want to encourage you, before you read any of my other books, please get a hold of Grace Works. And if you're a leader, please plug into Leader Slips. That book is a grace-based leadership book all about learning and leading through failure. You got to get a hold of that book if you're a leader. It encouraged me the other day. I got a call from a friend of mine saying that a pastor called his staff together and was ministering to them, just trying to encourage them through this tough year of COVID and pandemic and church attendance dropping, and was just ministering to them. And he told me he pulled out Leader Slips and began to talk to his staff. And I don't even really know this pastor, but somehow he got a hold of the book and it blessed him. And I'm telling you, if you're a pastor or leader, if you need a grace-based book to help you get through some of the leadership challenges you are facing, you got to get a hold of Leader Slips. It's a powerful book. It will greatly encourage you and lift you up and give you a grace lift, as we so often do on this channel. As I mentioned before, of course, you can log on to our website, tonysutherland.com. Just browse around a little bit, find out a little bit more about my ministry and what I do. And one of the pages you'll notice is the booking page. And on that booking page, I have the availability to do Zoom or anything online. I've done tons of Zoom conferences this past year. It's one of the most convenient and powerful ways to minister. I'm doing crusades to Pakistan. I'm doing crusades to Honduras. I'm preaching to live crowds by way of Zoom. People are getting healed. People are getting saved. It is powerful. Verifiable miracles, verifiable salvations by preaching by way of Zoom. The gospel is zooming around the world through Tony Sutherland Ministries. And I've been doing leadership events and men's events, and my wife and I do marriage events. We do them online through Zoom, and we also do them live. And as you know, churches are opening back up, and for about a year I didn't travel. I didn't go anywhere. I just stayed home. That's why we built this YouTube studio. That's why we got busy with our podcast, which I'll share with you in a few moments. But we started getting busy and upgrading and updating our online presence so that we could have an extension of getting the gospel of Jesus out to those around the world. And churches have been having us preach, do Wednesday nights, do Sunday nights. I've been filming all kinds of sermons and recording them and sending them to pastors so they can play them through their online platforms as well. But churches are opening back up. And if you're still having church and the doors are open, I'm letting you know right now, I don't charge a fee. I want to work with you and your budget. I want to help you, and I want to find out where you are and make it work. I don't think I've ever said no. Maybe one or two times I wasn't able to do some things that pastors asked me, but I've been able to help pastors around the world ministering to to hundreds and hundreds of leaders and churches around the world. Youth conferences, student events. You can go to my website right at the top and hit that ministry tab and drop it down, and it will show the various ways that I can help you and serve your church in a supplemental way. Hey, listen, I'm a part of a local church, so I'm down in the trenches just like you. I'm not some run-around renegade evangelist that's not connected to the body. I'm connected to the body, but I also am an extension of the body. And if I can be an extra set of hands to help you pastor, help you leader, help you youth leader, help you worship director, that's what I'm serving in right now at my local church. I want to help you. So come on, call on me. Let me help you. As you already know, you can find me on social media. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And I am putting the gospel out there. And if you go to Instagram every now and then, you'll find out I got a personal side too. I kind of share some things about what I like, what I'm doing, what I'm eating, where I'm going. I love my dogs. I always share about my dogs, my family, my kids. I'm just a person just like you. And I'm not just a ministry robot. So if you go to Instagram, you'll find out some personal things about me. Check me out on Facebook. That's probably my biggest platform. And of course, I've got thousands of followers on Twitter as well. And every now and then I drop something on there, some grace tweets to encourage you as well. So you can check me out on social media, and I'll always be pulling back and navigating back to the gospel. And lastly, if you didn't know this, I have an awesome podcast called Live 360 with Tony Sutherland. Now, what I do here is a little bit different than what you see on these videos. When you listen to those podcasts, you hear another side of Tony Sutherland. I'm amped up. It's like I had 12 Red Bulls before I get started. But what I do on my podcast is I take individual topics that you might be interested in, lifestyle things, things about relationships, things about leadership, things about your personal growth and development. I pour grace into them, and then I share some thoughts and ideas to help you improve your life. The thought of our podcast is helping people discover how to have peace and joy to the fullest in every area of their life. And that's what the grace of God does. The grace of God helps us discover how to have true peace, true joy to the fullest in every single area of our life. You know, grace is very practical. It's not just spiritual, it's not just doctrinal, but it helps us learn how to live our life to the fullest in every area: business, career, finances, relationship, marriage, parenting, personal growth and development, leadership, finances. Every area of your life is touched by the gospel of grace. And when you start to learn and understand how grace works, it's going to amp up and charge up the areas of your life that you didn't think were touchable by grace, but they are. Listen, I have a powerful book called The Grace Made Marriage. Grace makes a profound difference and impact in your marriage. My wife and I do marriage conferences all over the world, and couples come and say, man, this book has changed my life. I had a man who came up to me in one of our marriage conferences after a session, and he said, last time you came, I bought this book and it has literally saved my marriage. You know, one of the things the Lord spoke to me about this book, he said, Tony, I'm going to use this book to save a marriage that will change the world. And I believe that. I believe this book is touching the lives of married couples all over the world. But again, that's what this podcast is all about. See how I did that there? I plugged my book into it. This podcast is about helping people discover how to have peace and joy. You can subscribe to this podcast on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Share it with some friends and leave us a generous review. Give us some stars. The more stars and the more reviews we get, the more exposed the podcast is, and it gives us a larger platform to help people discover how to have peace and joy in every area of their life. Hey guys, thanks so much for taking some time to watch what's happening in Tony Sutherland Ministries. And if this video has encouraged you, if you've gotten anything from it and you think some other people need to hear it, I encourage you to subscribe to this channel, hit those bell notifications so you'll know when new content is coming out, like this video, and share it as well. Some people need to hear what you've heard today. I'll be back again real soon with another encouraging video, something to give you a grace lift, something to show you a little more about the grace life. And until then, we'll see you.